The Lego brick, a toy that has become synonymous with multiple generations of children since 1949. However, in recent years, nostalgia for Lego has risen, and with this rising interest comes an increasing market for old/new sets. As a result, prices for even used copies of sets can run a pretty penny, and a growing subset of casual collectors are being priced out. I wanted to get more perspectives on this steadily growing issue, as well as explore the mindset of those treating Lego like an investment. For this documentary, I sought out a friend of mine who I knew casually collected sets in order to gauge the general consensus of the average Lego hobbyist.
What is your name and occupation?
My name is Joshua Iceborough. My occupation is three jobs. I am a ride operator, an after-school care attendance profession. I don't even know what it's called. And also a replenishment team for a very prestigious retail store.
All right, thank you. When did you first start collecting Lego?
I've always played with Lego since I was a kid. However, I have started collecting Lego once I started making grown-up money and using that grown-up money to pay for childish things. So about 16.
All right, thank you. What is your experience with collecting either freshly released or retired sets?
I don't often go for retired sets just because I do not want to deal with aftermarket, this costs this much, even though it costs way less. Typically I don't go for that kind of things. But my experience with newer stuff is relatively well. I'm not lining up waiting for stores to open to get the newest thing. I'm not really dealing with scalpers unless it's something I really want.
On the topic of scalpers, would you say that these skyrocketing prices have inhibited your enjoyment of collecting?
Yes, scalpers have really pushed companies to keep increasing the prices because they're showing that those sales are working, though that they're in high demand, even though it's only one person buying a multitude of things. I believe scalpers are a scourge on not just the Lego community, but every other collecting community. And the one way to deal with a scalper is
Are there any recent examples of you trying to collect something but were unable to due to absurdly high prices?
yes, but it's not just due to those scalpers, affecting the prices that Lego is setting these things out at. It's also just Lego being a more greedier company than they used to be, and only releasing big sets to try to justify that big price. For example, one of my favorite game franchises is Legend of Zelda, and there's two sets of that, both of which are $200 sets. So yes.
All right, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Joshua certainly has strong feelings on scalpers, but it's not without reason. But something he brought up really stuck out to me. The Legend of Zelda, a licensed sub-theme. Lego makes a lot of licensed sets, most notably Star Wars. Star Wars sets tend to fly off shelves quickly and usually are retired in 1 to 2 years. Once retired, they're gone for good. This development pointed me towards a friend of mine who formerly worked at a Lego store and made a very big investment before leaving. Can you tell me what is your name and occupation?
My name is Natasha Martinez, and I currently work at a gym as a receptionist called Willproof Fitness, but I used to work at the Lego store at Downtown Disney.
What was your role at the Lego store?
I was something called a brick specialist. We mainly focus on selling the sets for people who came in, like tourists and stuff like that, and ensure that they had like a good time at the Lego store.
What was your prior knowledge of Lego before you started working there?
I actually didn't have any prior knowledge. The best that I had was this police car along with like a motorcycle and a little guy. Um, I had no idea what Lego was. I just pretty much lied in my interview that I didn't. But I got the job. So, yeah.
What made you decide to invest in sets before you quit working there?
So, the more that I worked there, the more that I realized that a lot of people love Legos. They love it so much so that they're willing to pay a lot of money for it, especially those that are not available anymore. So, because of that, I thought it would be like a good investment for myself to buy these really big sets. So, once they were out and some years have passed, then I can sell it again for a bigger price. So, yeah, reselling.
What do you think about the morality or ethical questions surrounding investing in a children's toy?
It's interesting for me. Everyone has their own preferences, but personally, I feel like it's like the Labubu. I don't know. I don't really understand it. And I feel like people invest on these things that are not really necessary per se, but it's nice to have. So I get the sentiment.
All right, thank you for your time. Natasha's insight was most helpful in identifying the core root of Lego investing and scalping. It's several factors: marketing towards fans of pre-established intellectual property, the Labubu-like FOMO that is generated from sets retiring, and a large market of people willing to pay scalper and second-hand rates that make collecting out of reach for some. During the filming of this documentary, my Ninjago minifigure collection experienced a spike in value. Figures I had only paid a couple of dollars for were suddenly skyrocketing in price. It was this moment while filming that made me reconsider my conclusion. It was clear the LEGO brand simply carried a certain prestige with it, that even their in-house themes could be made into something profitable. While LEGO has always been expensive, it has now become more than just toys. It's a luxury brand.